There was a 5-year-old who was killed while in his shelter, because apparently the window was slightly ajar and a piece of shrapnel just happened to get in. It was just the worst luck possible.
Life in a war zone. Being in Tel Aviv, Israel, the past weeks have been unlike anything Karen Rosenfield of Pennsylvania has ever seen before. So what is it really like trying to live a normal life while bombs are exploding? Fox 43's Amy Lutz talked to her to find out what she and her family have been going through the past couple of weeks.
Run down the hall down here and then grab the kids, obviously, and then we go into the hallway, which is here, and we sit out here on the steps away from the windows up there, and we just sit down here and we wait for the sirens and the booms of the bombs, and then we can go back inside.
90 seconds to get her family to safety.
Depending on how far away you are from Gaza, that determines the length of time you have.
This has been Karen Rosenfeld's reality the past 2 weeks in Tel Aviv.
You're in the middle of your city having a normal life, and all of a sudden rockets are being launched at you.
As the Iron Dome defended the city from the Palestinian militant group Hamas.
The bang is so loud when it's nearby, it will shake the doors and windows. And it's actually one rocket shooting up to explode another rocket, so it will avoid hitting apartment buildings below.
It's a far cry from her quiet childhood growing up in Pennsylvania.
Public schools here have bomb shelters. That's like a standard.
And even the past 5 years she's lived in Tel Aviv, ever since meeting her husband there while traveling.
Like, you hear about people talking about these events that occurred in the past, but that was not my reality. My reality was, dropping the kids off of daycare, going to work, coming home, sort of like your normal average, like, city living.
When the bombing started, her husband was called up to the Air Force, leaving her with their 2 young children and questioning everything she did.
I need to go to the grocery store. Do I go? Do I not go? I need to take a shower. Do I shower? Do I not shower? What happened if a siren goes off and I'm in the middle and then I have to throw a towel on, get the kids, sit in the hallway for an hour, potentially in a wet towel? Like, what do you do? Because it's all completely out of my control. I do what I can to put myself in a position where we are not in harm's way. But at the end of the day, if a huge projectile comes towards your building and you just happen to be at the wrong place, there's nothing you can do about it. There was a man, I think it was about 3 miles away, who was just doing what we did, but part of a missile hit his building. He didn't survive.
She considers herself lucky that they're all okay, and especially because her children are too young to really understand.
Her neighbor has a kid who's 9, and she sat on the steps just holding herself because she's aware of the reality of what it means when you hear those loud bangs.
A ceasefire between Israel and Hamas began last Friday and is still holding as Karen awaits the love of her life to return home from war.
So the good stuff is really good. Unfortunately, the bad stuff is pretty brutal.
Amy Lutz, Fox 43 News.